Hey everybody, welcome back to A Slice of Gaming. I'm the only Python 4. This is Super Mario Bros. 3 from the Nintendo Entertainment System, and this game is brought to you by GameAnyone.com. So in this particular world, when you fight a Hammer Brothers, they're going to be a little bit different from the ones we've seen before. They're going to be using boomerangs. And since I am small in this particular stage, you want to just be very careful, step on him, and he's done. And we get ourselves the music box. The music box is an item that I don't find particularly useful. What it does, it will put all the Hammer Brothers on the map to sleep. Now this is an item that I'm just going to use up right now, just to free up space in my inventory more than anything. Because I think there's only 3 different slots that you can put items into. So you want to make as much room as possible. Now, this particular fortress will introduce, well, our first Boom Boom of the game, since I skipped over him in the last one, just to show off where that warp whistle was. It'll introduce the ghost as well that Princess Peach was mentioning. At the end of each world, you'll get a letter from Princess Peach along with an item. Her hints may or may not be too particularly useful, unfortunately. Sometimes her advice is useful for that particular stage, but sometimes her advice is a little bit, well, on the late side. And we'll definitely see that upcoming here. Now, avoid all these swamps by just running past them. And as for this particular area, you can do it one of 2 ways. If you have a raccoon tail, you go over top of these items, or over the top of these spikes if you so desire to. I find it's a little bit more difficult because you really have to time your jumps. If you don't have the raccoon tail, you can just run underneath these spikes. You have to really watch your timing of them though. Now this is where we get to fight Boom Boom for the very first time. This is the music that it will be remixed in the Super Smash Bros. Brawl game actually, not the Fortress music itself. This guy is fairly simple, you just have to make sure he doesn't really do anything. Hit him 3 times, and catch this question mark block. This will open up all the locked gates in the world, well, one particular one anyways. And that guy right down there, and it'll also introduce the pipes of the game as well. The music box will last, I believe, 2 or 3 levels. So for those of you who want to skip past Hammer Brothers, it's a good time to, you know, do that. We get ourselves a new item. And we get ourselves the warp pipe. Now what the warp pipe does, it will actually warp us to a different area of the map. Something I realized that's actually very strange in this particular part here is that you can actually just kind of screw around here. You think you're safe, you think you're well. Actually look at the bottom, you're actually being timed here. It's actually considered like a world. Something that I always thought was very strange. I think they fixed that in the Game Boy Advance one where it's actually not timed anymore. You can actually just kind of screw around here as much as you really want to. I actually didn't know that, and I was just having fun pretty much doing what I'm doing right now. And it actually just timed down on me. It's actually said, okay, you lose a life, game over, time up. Something I never really understood, because this is just kind of like an area that it shouldn't take you 300 seconds to get from point A to point B. But something I thought I should, you know, point out. We'll end up in a different part of the map as well. Now, also later on, we'll get hammers that will clear off these rocks that you can see here, and we'll end up opening up new paths and maybe new secrets as well. Moving on to World 3. And something before I go in here, just to, you know, note. Anytime I hear this music from Desert Land, which is what this world is called, I always imagine those trees in the background just dancing back and forth. Just something that's very particular weird about this game. Now this will also introduce the first kind of pyramid level of the game. You get to see pyramids in the background. We haven't really seen this since, well, Super Mario Bros. 2. Now what you want to do, if you are small, you want to go up here, use the turtle shell here, and you'll get a power-up right away. And that power-up will enable us to break the future blocks that are kind of like that up here. You want to just watch out carefully at the bottom there, because there's that guy, but we're gonna take care of him right now. You want to chase me? Fucker. Now, something in the Game Boy Advance version, anytime Mario will get a power-up, he'll actually speak. This is one of the interesting new revolutions of the Game Boy Advance game, is that Mario is actually given a voice for the first time in a classic game. Also in this world as well, is a good opportunity to get yourself a lot of little coins. Now what coins can give us, in case you guys haven't noticed yet, is when you get 100 coins, you will also be getting, well, a new life. Now there's a secret up here that we can get. I was actually trying to squish that guy, just because I have a feeling he's going to be a little bit annoying later on. Now this game kind of introduced what Mario Brothers also introduced as well. Being, of course, the stupid, annoying, invisible coin blocks, which, you know, remain a legacy in what's that game called? Kaizo Mario. Of course, everyone hates the invisible coin blocks in Kaizo Mario. Something that very commonly people use in emulators, or not emulators, sorry, in ROM hacks that they make. They make these invisible coin blocks just to piss off the player, instead of making it somewhat useful, somewhat handy. And I also just kind of noticed the glitch on the side. Especially in the Nintendo version, you'll actually kind of see the screen kind of glitch on the very right-hand side. As you can see, it shows the blocks from the left-hand side of the screen. This is something I kind of noticed. And I should also hurry up, because I'm kind of talking too much, and I'm wasting time here. Now, also buried into these blocks here is also a free man, as if we won't be getting one when we get those coins. Very generous game for free men, as I admit. Now, this also is another area when if you have a raccoon tail, you can actually go along the sides and get coins, all along the sides of this little pyramid structure. And as you can see, the Koopa shell is kind of doing the work for us. Now, at the very bottom here, if you feel, you know, dangerous, which maybe I will do, you can go down here and get the infinite coin block in this particular area. Let's just get that, put you down here, and I should move my ass. Now let's get a star, 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 star. Damn it! Mushroom. Mushroom instead. Alright, do get this end spade. I like how when Mario is small, he appears so much smaller than Toad does when he's talking about stuff there. Now, also in this game as well, that's something that's very interesting, that there's a lot of worlds that didn't exactly make the cut. But in the Game Boy Advance one, with the e-reader card feature, you can actually play some of these worlds that weren't meant to be released. Ah yes, this end world introduces one of the more popular characters of this game, being the angry sun. Now, any gamer knows now that the sun is very angry at you. It wants to kill you, it wants to attack you. I see you, you motherfucker. Now, what you want to do to take care of the sun, he's gonna come down and he's gonna fucking charge us and rage at us, and it's not gonna be very pretty. This world also has something that's very particular in it as well. I'm gonna take this shell with me. Being this thing right there, it's a whirlwind. Now, this is when the sun will start attacking us. You can get rid of him with a Koopa shell, which you have at that opportunity when I grabbed him, also right there as well. If you have a raccoon tail, I also believe you can kill him that way as well. I don't remember if he can come back or not. I'm gonna just say that he can, just, you know, just to be on the safe side. Usually I'm a little bit luckier by getting these 3 stars, but I haven't been today, but that's alright. Now let's go get ourselves an item. Something that always bothered me about this game is that you can't skip past this text. I believe in the Game Boy Advance one they fix it as well. Now, something you can kind of do for fun, just to screw around in these houses, which I've done many times, he'll actually watch you no matter where you go, so you can kind of just make him dance around if you wanted to. We are now on our second inventory screen, so I might be using some items pretty soon here. I really don't like using items. I feel that you can just kind of do this game without it. Alright, so let's do World 4 before we end off this time here. This world is one with a very important secret, and you can kind of see it at the very beginning. We want to get ourselves a raccoon tail so we can break that block that's up above here. Now, in order to get it, we have to kind of make things sort of complicated here with these Koopa shells. And I screwed up. Now, I can also use myself a tail here, which might be also a good idea in case you ever need to. Use an item at the very beginning. I strongly recommend this, especially in the later world, especially in World 3. Now, when you get a raccoon suit, you can come up here, and you can get some coins up here. Unfortunately, this is not a coin world. It would be nice if it was, though, because it's very simple to get coins in this particular level. You want to break open this P block. Try to get up here. Come on, Mario. There you go. And now all of those blocks turn into coins. Another easy way to get some lives here. Lots of coins up here. And also, something that you can kind of do here as well. With the raccoon tail, you can kind of speed up here. Easy way to get coins all in a row is just to fly. There you go. Now, there's also some coins here. This is going to be kind of tricky to get. You want to open up this block here. And then the coins will turn into blocks, as I mentioned before. And you can get a little bit more here. You want to try to get as many as you can, and then you get the remainder ones that are left. Now, you can't get those ones up above. Well, you could if you timed it right and had a raccoon tail, which unfortunately I don't have, but I'll be getting back right away here. And there's also some more coins right along the edges here that'll get us another life. Now, you just want to be careful while getting this last tower, because there's going to be this guy. We've seen him before. We'll take care of him right now. Gotta love the raccoon tail. And also later on in the game, we'll be seeing an upgraded version of this raccoon tail. I can't wait to show off that. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. See ya!